Hi, my name is Jennifer, and I'm the CEO and co-founder at Empathie. I'm going to share with you my personal story about what inspired me to create Empathie. So by the time I was age 10, I became an orphan survivor of both sexual and emotional abuse. And that affected my trust in people and made the journey to building healthy relationships just far from easy. So it wasn't until I picked up this psychology book on how people, including myself, how they communicate their feelings of love and affection, that I was able to see how the criticism I received growing up all connected to what my needs are today. So for me, I need words of affirmations because of that, link that I didn't get as much of that before. And what was really interesting about this experience of reading the book is that I was seeing data and I was seeing anecdotal stories that helped me feel like I wasn't crazy and kind of put things all into perspective for me. But I think was another interesting thing about it was I just learned these actionable steps on how I could directly apply these new skills to my relationships. And it just ultimately helps me articulate my needs, identify what my needs are in the first place, and provide the reasons behind that. And so that really helps me build better relationships with people because I was able to just communicate in more productive ways. But I would say like where the book wasn't as helpful was just helping me better communicate in productive ways with my other Asian family members. So, being in an Asian family, we just communicate in ways that are just nuanced, different, right? And I didn't really have the context behind that, and I didn't learn how to see past these generational differences. So, one person would think one thing and misinterpret the other, and that would just lead to stress. Altogether, wellness learning has been so empowering for me because, well, you can see that journey where I went from just not really knowing why I was behaving the way I was and sometimes lashing out to picking up these new skills and applying them directly to my life. And for me, I learned to do it all on my own. So I thought that was really awesome. But that learning has been partially integral to my life, not fully as much as it could be, because a lot of these resources out there don't have this consideration of my own cultural roots. And so this gap in my personal life is what inspired me to create Empathy because resources I do believe could be more supportive towards minorities who just don't have a lot of representation in this space. And this gap also helped me see that, I really wanted to create another avenue of receiving support just outside of traditional therapy. And everyone has different needs, we're all on different journeys, and I'm really just trying to open up another door for people, and people can go into whatever doors work for them. So yeah, thanks for hearing about my story about how I created Empathy.